How are we doing today? It's Monday. Kind of no news Monday. We didn't really have anything crazy, but it did decently reflect no news Monday type of price action. I did get a trade, as you might tell by the title of the video. I'm not sure what that is yet, but we did get a good trade. Nothing unbelievable, nothing crazy, but happy with it. It's chipping away. Was a winner. It's chipping away at our balance, right? If we go over, we are 113 for the day. We locked ourselves out, one and done, and we are right around $380, $370 away from passing my first ever account, which will be electric. I've been waiting a long time for this. If we can get this over the line, which I know we can. But if we don't, right, nothing changes. But I've been waiting a long time for this. I know a lot of people have been watching these videos waiting for this to happen. And it seems like we're finally close, man. We're finally close. We can definitely do it. I know I can. And I don't know, man. I have this little bit of nerves that's like, man, what if I can't do it? But if I just keep doing what I've been doing, I know I can do it. I know I will be able to succeed, and I know good things will come, right? I know it will. I just got to feed myself positivity, right? Why feed any negativity? There's no need for that. But today, man, we came into the market and was a interesting type of day, right? We'll go over the top-down analysis real quick, kind of feed the bias, why I was bullish instead of bearish. I know some people might have been bearish on a day like today inside this gap, right? We finished the market maker buy model, right? This sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. We're inside a higher time frame imbalance. We're inside a daily fair value gap. So I know it could be easily bearish. And I wasn't instantly bullish right off open. I wasn't just saying, you know what, it's going to be a bullish day. I'm going to look for only longs. I'll show you guys why I flipped my idea, right? Mainly to do with this area right here. So I'll pull up the ES side by side so we can look into this here. And right here was the main reason for a very bullish bias. First of all, we have a new week gap that was bullish, right? We gapped up and we had filled the gap, and we've been just trending up overnight. A lot of times when you see this on a Monday, this does seem to continue, and we target that later in the week. And also here we have a very, very shallow, but we do sweep this low, an SMT, a bullish SMT near open, right? Near price open. This was at 9:15. We have a very strong SMT and a very bullish reaction inside these imbalances right here. We have a very bullish reaction to this imbalance right here. This was the real catalyst for my bias, right? We swept the low inside of a higher time frame gap, this 1 hour gap right here. And overall, I'll get rid of this now that we saw the SMT. Overall, we are still bullish, right? We are really bullish because we've been having these bullish legs up. We've had all these fair value gaps get created until we start running through bullish imbalances to the downside. I am expecting now this to be the market maker buy model instead of stopping here and continuing lower. I think that we're just too bullish. Again, we had the SMT here after sweeping the low. We have this SMT that sponsors bullish price action after sweeping the low, and we got a reversal signature, right? Ever since here, we've been going up, right? So if you're a swing trader, that's why I think eventually someday I want to become a swing trader, because I just feel like the more I see these market maker models play out, the easier it will be to just go long when this gap breaks and just go long around here, stop below this, and just let this thing play out. Take some profits here, and just, you know, that's in the future. But that's how I was interpreting the chart. Who knows if that's right or wrong, but that's how I was interpreting it. The SMT, sweep of liquidity, and market maker model back up. This was a really bullish day, and we continued, right? If we were really bearish, we would have been rejecting harder, and we would have seen some type of bearish signature off open that we never got. And I'll zoom in a little bit to where market opened, right? This was the sweep right here. We actually did. I saw a lot of people on Twitter take the trade here. Justin and Kane, really the two people I saw. There's an SMT right here at these highs. And then we had a 3-minute inverse right here with the fair value gap. And then also we had a nice change in state delivery right here. This change in state happened right here after the SMT. we had up close candles, and then we closed below them like an order block as well. We trade into this gap right here, and we displaced lower in a very, very quick trade down to these lows if that was your target. Go break even this low very, very quick, right? Then off open after the SMT, after this reaction out, I had to just flip bullish, right? If we continued from this gap and went lower, I would flip to bearish, right? That's just as simple as it comes. Nothing really too difficult, right? You just give what you get. You do what the market tells you, right? It will tell you. You don't need to try and predict. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they try and predict what's going to happen, and most of the time you just won't know, right? It's just going to do whatever it wants. But I was considering taking a long, I believe on the 2-minute near open off this gap right here. Kind of go over that. The SMT holding this gap, this fair value gap from right here, inversion, right? Relative equal highs, we're bullish. I expected this to get hit. I do believe I would have been stopped at break even if I did jump in on this. Would have had good risk, 38 points. Not really good risk because it's actually less to this high. I mean, you could have your stop here. But like, I normally like to have a little bit wider at first and just let things move. But again, if you didn't go to break even here and take profit, you could have just held this trade, maybe trailed your stop a little bit. And then you could have caught however many points you wanted, really. If you need more than 150, then that's on you. But you could have caught a really big move. That's not really how I trade, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But that's something I did consider. And I do think that we would have been stopped at break even, though, if we did take this trade. Because I would have taken profit this high, and I would move stops to break even, almost for sure. And yeah, that's exactly what happens. We hit the high. So I would have taken profit, and then unfortunately, it would have ticked us out right here, but that's fine. That would have been a winner. That's another idea I had. But after this, I had to just sit back, and I did not expect the trade. I was watching the market, and I've had to learn this feeling over time. This is a feeling that I think a lot of people struggle with, which is the feeling of when you're looking at a chart like today, and you start thinking, do I know anything? Do I know what I'm doing? This doesn't make sense to me. That was happening today. For me. And I don't let it bother me anymore. I used to have that thought that would say, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing when I was looking at the chart. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong. Maybe the bias is this. Maybe it's this. Maybe I didn't see this, or maybe I'm missing something. And sometimes you might be, right? I don't want to say that you're just never missing things and that you're always right. But a lot of times when you're confused in the market or you don't see anything, it's not necessarily because you're missing something. It's because the market isn't providing anything. I used to get so caught up in the fact that if I was looking at the chart like this, off open, right? Market opened right here, and we just kind of chopped, right? There's no gaps here, no fair value gaps, nothing. Fair value gap here, right before 9:45 news, we come down, and then we shoot up, right? And there's no gaps, just choppy, kind of wicky, whatever. And right through here, you're saying to yourself, man, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I don't really see anything. And then on the 5-minute, right, you go on the 5 minutes, like, okay, we have these gaps here. We never trade to them. We never really were able to find anything. What are we looking at here? 5 minutes. Nothing's really given to me, right? There's nothing given to me. And a lot of times in the past, I would take a day like this, and it would freak me out. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm looking for. I must not know how to trade. Something's wrong with me. And then that's when you go on Twitter or whatever, and you see someone take a trade, and you're like, how did I miss that? How did I not see that? And don't let that discourage you. You have to learn that feeling, because that's the feeling of doubt that will creep in, and you can't let it. I had that happen today. I had that feeling of, man, do I even know what I'm looking for? Am I, what's wrong? Why can't I figure out what's going on in the chart? And the truth was, nothing was going on in the chart until my opportunity came, which was just being patient. My trade was right here. If you guys follow me on Twitter at Diego B Trades, I posted the execution already. I posted the balance, so you guys already know. Go follow me over there. But the reason I took this trade, it was a 30-second trade right here. This blue box right here is a 15-minute gap. I'll show you guys that gap right here. 15-minute fair value gap right here. It's a 930 gap, one of the most powerful 15 minutes on the planet, right? It's the 930 gap. I swear, this 930 15-minute fair value gap, if it's a trend day, it's going to hold, right, when you pull back. It's a nice deep retracement. So that's the context there. On the 30-second, we had this fair value gap here, so I'll just kind of get rid of that box here, but we did hold that bullish gap as well. We had the 15-minute gap, and we had a singular inverse, right, with a very clear break-even point. right here. And that is exactly how the trade went. I'll pull that execution up right now, actually. We can go over this. And I'm actually pretty happy with how I traded. I didn't make too much. But I don't really think I did too much wrong, right? Always can find a way to do better. We can always criticize some of the things I did. But besides not entering right away, I should have got a better fill. It kind of filled me a little bit higher, but we were risking $100. And we ended up taking profit at this high right here, one profit. Again, maybe that's where I could just go break even and not take a profit. I don't know. I don't really consider that a mistake though, but it was, a quick take or a smaller target. But again, I think the consistency is going to pay off more than anything else. I was drawing out a fib just to try and find some targets. That's something I also struggle with, is when I'm in these types of trades where there's not really any clear picture. Everything to the left was just a bigger time frame imbalance. So I didn't really know where I wanted to put it, right? I was ended up risking around 120. And I do want to recognize something right now. When the price action was right here, live time, I was telling myself, man, this probably isn't going to work. This isn't really a good trade. I don't really know if this trade is going to work. This is probably just one trade that's just not going to work. It's not going to even hit my break even. And all these things where my head just bounced around, but all negativity, all lack of confidence, all doubt, all these different things. And that's why I struggle so much with holding trades, with taking winners, with being confident, is because as soon as I get into a trade, this is fine. Nothing's happened. There's a fair value gap. We have the inverse. We tap the 15-minute. This is my setup. And the only things I can think of are negative things. It's not going to work. This is going to fail. Look at this. We're rejecting this area. Maybe I need a closer break-even point. Like you guys just saw me move my break-even point. And I'm telling myself, oh my gosh, it's not going to work. And then as soon as I see some green candles, like this candle right here, and I see it hit my break-even point, I went a little bit early, but that's, again, the doubt, the fear. Now I hit my break-even point. As soon as I see that, I'm like, wow, this looks great. This is why I took this trade, is because this is what I expected. I expected to see this happen. But when I enter right away, all I feed myself is negativity. And I didn't take a profit there. I just was going to trail my stop just in case it shot above. Started glitching right here. It just stopped work. It wasn't really working well right here. I would see you can drag it and didn't do it. And I tried it again. It didn't work. So I end up just selling market for actually, a little bit more profit. Right here, I just click in and I sell one, and it actually kind of gave me just a bad fill, man. Tops of X, man, they need to fix their fills, because we're looking at that. I sold when it was up above, and I made less. But regardless, that was my first take profit, and I like how I managed the second trade. The second contract, we'll kind of speed through this. We hit the high, which was again I said 10 a.m. It's actually 9 a.m. The 9 a.m. 1 hour candle and the 6 a.m. 4 hour candle. That was the high. Right, that's a very good target. ES had already taken it, but we were bullish. I think that's what sent us down to get the 15-minute gap. And then at this point, I'm just saying, where can my runner go? I have the SD drawn out. I don't end up getting the SD. I'll kind of just go over how I manage this. I had my stop when it was coming down. I was like, cool, we're locked in 19. But then I was like, yo, this thing can just come down and wick, right? So let's see how we get a reaction. So I moved my stop to break even, which I'm very happy about. That was a very good decision. It was a very non-emotional decision because I was giving up more profit, even though, at the end of the day, it's just a few bucks. But that's something that I have to think about. That's something I have to react to. And then we have it come down. I'm thinking, okay, cool. It was still a good trade, right? We still had a good trade. It hit the high. We got break even. We didn't lose. We made a little bit of money. But in my head, I was like, man, this kind of stinks that this couldn't be the one that goes up. And again, this is where negativity starts feeding back in. I could have easily closed the trade right here because of that negative self-talk of this one's not going to be a runner. This one's going to be the one that stops you for like small win and then break even. And I could have told myself that. After this wick, I moved my stop to the bottom of the wick because, and I'm not too upset with that because we held the fair value gap nice. The 1 minute, so I was like, cool, if this thing is going to run, we probably shouldn't come back down lower. So I was happy with that placement, happy with letting it be a little bit of a deeper retracement than I would like to have seen, but then I didn't let the negative self-talk tell me to just take the $40 that we were up right now, because we end up making more. We end up getting this order block, and I moved my stop below the consequent encroachment of these bodies, because after we get we don't actually have the order block yet, but I moved it. Now we have the order block. I moved my stop to this low, so now we banked in $35, and we're respecting the order block nice, so I moved my stop to this low eventually. I kind of wait because it was looking like it wanted turtle soup inside. This on the 30-second looked like it wanted turtle soup there, so I kind of had my trailed stop. At this point, I don't mind trailing the stop because, again, I'm not a genius. I don't know where the market's going to go to. I can use SD projections, but I don't have too much confidence myself. I haven't used them a lot. I haven't really studied them too much with personal conviction. So I don't blame myself for how I did this. And it's just a learning opportunity, right? These are the, man, there's something in my ear. Y'all ever get like a pimple in your ear, kind of? I've had one. But anyways, this is where I get live experience and get better, right? I can get a lot better at these types of days. These days are tricky for me, right? These days are pretty tricky because I don't really, I don't have clear targets. I don't like to say my stop and break even on this type of day because I don't have a clear target, so I don't really know what I'm trying to aim for. And then we have like a big run up here in a second. I move my stop to the next candle right when this candle opens. We get a big run up, and I lock in another few bucks. Right here, it starts running. It starts running up big, I'm pretty sure. And this is when I end up getting stopped out. You'll see it starts shooting up, and I say, cool, I'll put it at the body low because, hopefully this is just an expansion candle. I don't really know where I want to see it go to whenever we're just expanding and expanding. And then, yeah, we end up getting stopped out there. Was that the best stop out? Probably not. But where we're at now, we've just been kind of ranging through here. So, we're not really too far away from where we would have been. So I don't hate it, right? On a day like this, I don't hate just trailing the stop and just seeing what the market gives you, and just seeing, what can you do with the opportunity you're in. You're in the trade. We hit this high. The context of the bigger time frame, we're in just a massive imbalance. It's not really likely that we're going to get straight green candles all in the 1 hour, 400 points already. So you have to use your brain. You have to be smart, right? You're not a genius in the market. ICT isn't a cheat code. You just have to use these things to get trades, and you don't want to give up a big trade just because you're holding out for your SD projection of 400 points or whatever you're looking for. Not saying there's anything wrong with that if that's how you want to trade. But I'm happy with how I traded and executed my position today. I could have done some things different and some things maybe better. But in the end, I think I did exactly what I needed to do. And I think I did fine. Again, not the best ever day, not the biggest ever day, but I think I did fine with what I was given. And I'm happy for that. Because that's all I can really worry about, right? Is doing the best with what I am given. So very happy with the day. I don't know why I just blanked there. But that's the kind of the market review. That's the trade recap. That's why I took it. That's what I was thinking during the trade. And yeah, really excited for where we're at. It's the best I've ever done on my account. So regardless of what happens, I've improved. It's the best I've done. And I'm just happy with myself, man. Even though you guys know how I got here, I gambled to get to the 1500. But ever since then, I haven't been. I've had some days where I kind of revenge trade a little bit, but with proper sizing and made it back. But overall, I've been trading mainly 2 micros, and I'm just happy with my performance, even though obviously, I didn't get here in the most noble way. But I can finish it out strong, and I can do the right things. I'm just really excited, man. I just really feel like this year, all the work I've been putting in, I feel like it's starting to I'm finally starting to get to the point where I can really be confident in myself, really believe in myself, really trust myself. And I'm really just thankful for all of that and just really blessed to be getting better like I am, man. I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited because I know I can be doing what everyone else is doing, with making money, making payouts. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can be an inspiration to people that are watching my videos that can finally see after a year and a half, hours and hours and hours of content that I have on my channel, me failing, struggling. I know this year is going to just show people why that's all worth it and why you stick to something, why you pick something, why you become passionate about something. I'm just super excited. I'm just really grateful, man, and I really hope I can keep doing well. It seems like nothing for a lot of you guys where I'm at, right, with the funded account. People probably just look at this and like, man, this guy's never been funded. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not any good. Wait till he gets funded. He'll learn. I don't care. I'm happy with my progress. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy with the journey. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm chasing. I know where I'm at. And I think that's what people need to take away is you need to figure out where you're at, be comfortable with where you're at, figure out what you're chasing, and don't let anyone tell you what you're doing is wrong, good, bad, ugly. As long as you know that you're doing the right thing, as long as you know you're doing it with a good intention, go for it, man. Go for it and be great, man. If you don't catch my video tomorrow, I will discuss this too, obviously, but I'm going to be on vacation from January 8th to the 14th. I will have guaranteed one video. Right? I can personally guarantee one video. It's already scheduled. It's a Notion, how I use my Notion template. And I am going to try and get 2 more videos out, so a total of 3 videos every other day. So the 10th, it doesn't really matter, right? Every other day. I'm going to try and get some videos out. I have one guaranteed, right? It's already scheduled. It's not actually already scheduled. I don't know why I lied about that. But I have it edited. I just got to finish a few more things, and it's going to be up the Notion template. So look out for those. I got to take another. This one's a more forced break off the charts. I'm going snowboarding, man. I'm so excited. I'll be in Utah, in Park City. If anyone lives out there, let me know, man. I hope to see you guys on the mountains. I think I'm going to go snowboard in Brighton. But I'm going to be gone, man, and it's going to be another break off the charts, which is probably fine. It's probably good. We've had a decent start to 2025. We've had our head in a good spot, kind of. And I think another little break, and then after that, it is full force on the gas. We ain't stopping. We're going to be locked in for 2025. I mean, it's going to be great. But yeah, I got a week of vacation. It's going to be great. My ankle's starting to finally get better. It's been really messed up. And everything seems to be falling in place the way it should be, man. Everything's going the way it should be. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that I got to not post on here for a week again. But like I said, I'm going to try and get some videos out. Real Madrid play today against a 4th division team in the Copa del Rey. Hopefully see Endrick play well. By this point, I'm just rambling. So I apologize to you guys that don't really care about me personally or don't really care about what I got going on, because I get it. People come in to watch charts. People watch my channel for trading. They don't care about, what I got up to or what I'm interested in, soccer, etc. Right? I've got to make a separate channel, man. I've got to make a separate channel. And another announcement that, I don't know who I'm making these announcements to, but I'm going to start a free Discord, just like a group that I can start live streaming my trading. I'm not going to guarantee every day, but I do want to do 2 to 3 times a week. I kind of want to build a little community over there, and get that going. I think it'll be cool. I think I'm finally ready to do that, because I'm finally, confident in what I'm looking for, and yeah. So look out for that. That will take place in a little bit from now. After I get back from vacation, it'll take me a little bit to get that sorted. But that is a potential, man. That's something that might be happening. Just because I want to stream, I don't want to stream on YouTube, because I feel like I have to entertain, and I'm not trying to do this to entertain. I'm not trying to do this to really teach per se right away, but I want to just get on there. If you want to sit on there, you want to watch me live trade, you can. If you don't want to, cool. But I don't want to be on YouTube live stream trading, because it puts a little more pressure, right? Because I got to entertain, I don't want to sit there and see 20, 30. The one time I did, I had like 20, 30 people in the chat, and I was talking the whole time, trying to engage with the chat, and I don't want to be a streamer, man. I just want to be a trader. So I'll be on Discord. It's a little bit more chill. You can just sit there. I can just sit here, stare at the charts like I do, listen to music like I do. I can read what you guys say, but I don't have to just be locked in on entertainment mode, right? And that's kind of the idea behind it. Maybe I stream somewhere else, but I think Discord makes the best sense. But yeah, that's just a little announcement, something else to look out for, something I'm excited for. Like I said, man, 2025, bro. You guys are early, man. You guys are early to what I'm about to do. It's going to be great, and I appreciate all the support. Make sure to subscribe. Oh my gosh, man. How could I almost forget? We passed 2,750 subscribers. That's another 250. That's another quarter. That means we have, I should be able to do this in my head, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 quarters? We have 11? Nah, I'm tripping. Okay, 250. That's 4, 8, 9, 10. We're about to have 11 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're about to have our 11th quarter, man. I didn't, like I say every time, I did not expect to even put 2 of these things in there. 4 was a big goal. 11, man. 11's almost double or triple what my big goal was. And we got a really cool one here. This one is a, man, does this mean the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl? This is a Kansas coin. It's the tall grass prairie, little bird, a little kind of peaceful, kind of cool. Let's get that thing focused. That's the coin going in there. Thank you for 2,750, man. This is great, man. This is really cool to see. Now we got 11 quarters, man. This sits right on my desk and it reminds me of all you guys that come in and watch my videos every day. I really, really appreciate it. And on that note, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment. How did your guys' day go? You guys got a vacation coming up? Let me know. And I won't take any more of your time. I appreciate the time you've given me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.